Thursday. How's everyone doing? How's everyone going? How's everyone doing? What is up? Hold on, let me pull up the chat here. What is up? As I scroll up. What is up, Tammy, D-Nice, Lisa Boo, Bernadette, Brandon, Delia Lux, Julissa, Miss Kim. As I scroll down, give me a second. Tyranna! Give me a second, guys. Joanne! Heather, whatever! Give me a second. Chris! Carol! Lisa Boo! Allie Doo, what's up? And how's it going? And Julissa, if I didn't say hi to Julissa, what's up, everyone? We'll wait for a few people to trickle in before I get started. Did anyone do anything interesting or watch anything interesting? Or see anything interesting while we wait here for a few more minutes? While people trickle in. D-Nice Ghost Skeleduck has a nice behind? He does. I do know what you saw, D-Nice. Aaron goes, just you on the replay? I saw, what did I see? I saw the Changling the other day. I saw it on Shudder, so I decided to give it a look. Brandon goes, I saw Lewis and Cheeseburgers. And it came out, I think, 1980, 1979-ish. I do miss movies of that era, but it was kind of a slow burn. But I did appreciate the cinematography for anyone that's seen The Changling. And it had some actors I hadn't seen in a very long time. But I don't recommend it because it is a slow burn, but it has great cinematography, if I make any sense. Carol goes, it was finally nice out, so I did some yard work. We've been having some nice weather here, so I've been trying to get out. Usually when it's nice, I like to get out and walk around. Other than that, haven't caught any other horror films. D-Nice. So while we're waiting, I we'll start off with this article. A Florida realtor discovered a creepy iron door leading to a basement-like room. Let me pull it up, guys. Sorry. Heather Weather goes, yay, spring, even though it's still not warm. The sun is shining. I'll take it. No, I don't want. So, in Gainesville, Florida, a room in a Central Florida home caused stomachs to turn after a bizarre and creepy discovery by a real estate agent. Jessica Law, a realtor in Gainesville, was walking through a home when she approached a door in a back bedroom that she believed would lead to a closet. However, I don't want to use those apps. However, when she opened the door, she was shocked to find an iron door with a swinging latch leading down to an all-concrete basement-like room via a narrow, steep staircase. Law said that the underground room was equipped with electricity, water, and a dehumidifier, and that the space seemed to be set up to house living things. Would you guys want to hang out in this room? She asked in a video. Let me see if I can find that video. Originally taken from TikTok. What do you think this room was used for? As the video circulated online, many called out how strange the room was, as basements aren't a standard addition to homes in Florida. Lord have mercy, no, run fast, save yourselves. One Instagram user commented, nope, buy another one added. Law added that the house was built in 1958, but believes this section of the home was built after the original construction. Let me see, guys, if I can find that video. I don't know if it's here or if this is an ad. This might be an ad. Give me a second, guys. Give me a second, because I did not have this one set up. So here's the video of the realtor finding this creepy room. I would live there. It looks nice. Of what I saw.
Been selling real estate. I've never had something quite like this come up. I opened up to what I thought was a closet door in a bedroom at the back of a house, and this door was in the next section. It is an iron door with a swinging latch that leads down into an underground room that is all concrete block. The original house was 1958. This structure definitely does not seem to be post 1958. I would assume that they did this somewhat more recently. Once you get down the stairs, which the other thing that's funky is we don't have a lot of basements in Florida. That's not typical. So we're going down into what could only be described as a basement. And there is electricity, water, and a dehumidifier set up down there. So it is set up to house, living things. And just gave me a little bit of pause. I want to know what you guys think. Would you guys want to hang out in this room? What do you think this room was used for?
It could have been. It's kind of cool to find that. I don't know. I don't find that creepy, but somebody could have lived there. It could have been like extra space for someone to pay rent, but it's like in another bedroom, so I don't know. Ellie Dugo's basements make more sense with the Midwest, not too much in the South. Gunner Girl, what's up? Heather, whatever goes right, no basement and water potential area. Creepy. Lisa Boo goes, it looks like a bomb shelter. I would not have thought of that, but could be. But I guess the house was built in 1958, but it looks like that was built after. There's also a humidifier in there, so it's recent. Like it was built recent. Bernadette's asking, did Skeleduck have a BBL Big Bill lift? That's such a Kardashian. No, he did not. Tyranna goes spooky. I mean, at least I guess she thought it was a closet and she decided to open it and she finds like this iron roth, whatever. I can't talk today. An iron gate, like with an actual latch. And then you walk down and it's like a room. Joanne goes, basements like that are mostly used for storage around here. She also said in Florida, it's not that common to have basements. So, same thing in my area. I don't think too many houses here have basements, but I would rock it. I would make it an extension of that room. But the way it has water, it's like a water spigot. I saw it on the wall, so that was kind of creepy looking, but I would rock it as an extra room. Why not? If as long as it's clean, who cares? You could use it as an extra room. Like your man cave or woman cave, whatever. Bernadette, I was thinking that at first. Maybe it was a room for bad things. Maybe, you never know. I don't know who the previous owner of the house was. Allie Dew goes, we once moved in a house in New Jersey, but there was a secret door within the attic, and it was a house from the 40s. Oh, wow. Miss Kim goes to Texas. We can't have them. The ground moves too much. And thank you for being a member of the Wolf Pack for 1 year. Hearts for Ann, guys. Thank you, Ann. Brandon goes, what does BBL stand for? I think she said Big Bill Lift. Thank you, Ann, for also gifting 5 memberships. Welcome. No one yet, but thank you, Ann, because I like to shout out the people who get gifted. Welcome. Court Press 87, S. Berry, Osiris, Kyle, and Zoe Small. Hearts for Ann and all the new Wolfpack members. Thank you, Ann. You're awesome. And just a reminder, if you've never had a membership before, they are good for 1 month. Aaron, what is up? Bug Booty Lady. Be back later. Bob stands for a lot of things. And Nerd Report's in the house as well. D-Nice, what is up? She is back. She had to take a minor break. All right, I'm gonna get into some movie news. We did hear Terrifier 3. If you're a fan of Terrifier 3, they moved up the release date to, I think it's at October 11th. It was originally slated for October 25th, I believe. They just recently finished filming in New York, I believe I read. Yes, it's moving to October 11th for those who are fans of Terrifier and Art the Clown. Damien Leone is kind of hoping that this movie gets the same effect as the third one. I mean, a lot of the hype for the second one was a lot of people were getting sick because of what was going on screen. I did not, for one. I don't get for what I've seen worse. But they're hoping that one gets. I'm glad you're able to make it, Ellie Do. D Nice goes, my house in downtown LA has a basement. Okay, well, some houses do, D Nice. Chris goes, a basement would be cool to have, especially in tornado. Yes, I think they would be cool to have. They also announced, because if you guys are familiar with Pooh, Blood, and Honey, and you've been following me for a while, they announced a Mickey versus Winnie. Yes, you heard right. Glenn Douglas packed to direct horror slasher based on Steamboat Willie and Winnie the Pooh. Because as you know, thank you, Ann, for the super chat. Why did the skeleton go to jail? It was bad to the bone. Hearts for Ann, guys. Thank you, Ann. You're awesome. If you guys know, a couple months ago, I think it was, Steamboat Willie went into open domain. So once that happens, all the horror people are going to jump on it to make a horror film. So Untouchable Entertainment, in association with genre website iHorror, is in production on Mickey versus Winnie. Glenn Douglas Packard, an Emmy-nominated choreographer turned filmmaker, Pitchfork, is attached to direct from his original script. The latest entry in the lineup of the interpretations of children's figures, Mickey versus Winnie, takes the now public domain characters from A.A. Milne's Winnie the Pooh books and Mickey Mouse from the 20 Steamboat Willie cartoon. The film follows two convicts in the 1920s who escape into a cursed forest only to be dragged and consumed into the depths of the dark forest's muddy heart. A century later, a group of thrill seeker friends unknowingly venture into the same woods. Their Airbnb getaway takes a horrifying turn when the convicts mutate into twisted versions of childhood icons Mickey Mouse and Winnie the Pooh and emerge to terrorize them. A night of violence and gore erupts as the group of friends battle against their now monstrous beloved childhood characters and fight to break free from the forest's grip. In a horrific spectacle, Mickey and Winnie clash, painting the woods in a gruesome tableau of blood, a chilling testament to the curse and Sidious's power. It sounds cool. It sounds cool. It does, but I hope they give it some thought because if you guys have seen Pooh, Blood and Honey, you would know what I'm talking about. But this, I'm hoping it sounds cool. I'm excited for it. I'll give it a chance, but I'm going to have very low expectations. For horror fans call for the thrill of witnessing icons like the new Aliens and Avengers sharing the screen. While licensing nightmares make such crossovers rare, Mickey vs. Winnie serves as our tribute to that thrilling fantasy, said Packard. Packard will produce under his Untouchable Entertainment banner alongside his creative partner, Rachel Carter. Anthony Pernica, founder of genre blog iHorror, is producing for his company of the same name. Pernica enthused, we're thrilled to unveil this unique take to horror fans. The Mickey Mouse featured in our film is unlike any iteration audiences have encountered before. Our portrayal doesn't involve characters donning basic masks. Instead, we present deeply transformed live-action horror renditions of these iconic figures, weaving together elements of innocence and benevolence. After experiencing the intense scenes we've crafted, you'll never look at Mickey the same way again. Production is underway in Michigan. Packard is represented by MTA. Like I said earlier, I hope Bernadette, thank you for that super chat. What did one boob say to the other boob? Let's get some support. Show some support to Grayson Report. Hearts for Bernadette. Thank you, Bernadette. So I'm having very low expectations. I did see a trailer for I think it was like a Mickey. They're coming out with a Mickey slasher, and that actually looked good. But I have very low expectations because of how Pooh, Blood and Honey came out. But I heard the second one is better. I have yet to see it. Once it comes on streaming, I will let you know how it is. Trust me, I will. But I've heard people that have said that the first one sucked and the second one's better. So we'll see. We'll see. So my next article is kind of D Nice goes, the first one sucks and the second one might blow. I heard though from people who reviewed it that the second one, like I said earlier, is better, but like I won't know until I see it. It had a bigger budget, so I'm hoping that what they did, like with the costumes, they did a better job with the costumes because the first one they look terrible. But we will see. Once it gets on streaming, I'm definitely going to give it a shot. But we'll see. We'll see. So, my, my next article. I don't want notifications. Oklahoma. All right, you guys got to pay attention to this one. This one's crazy. Oklahoma fisherman believed a friend was going to sacrifice him to Bigfoot. This is on Fox News, guys, all right? I can't make this up. Larry Sanders was convicted of first-degree murder and faces life in prison without parole. I could not believe what I was reading. A fisherman admitted to killing his buddy because he planned to feed him to Bigfoot after summoning the mythical creature, according to Oklahoma prosecutors. And he just imagine being in court and defending this guy in court. All right, just keep that in mind. Larry Saunders was fishing with his friend Jimmy Knighton in the South Canadian River in Ponomac County, Oklahoma, when Saunders suddenly strangled Knighton after claiming to see Sasquatch-looking creature downstream. So his statement was that Mr. Knighton was summoned or had summoned Bigfoot to come and kill him, and that's why he had to kill Mr. Knighton. Sheriff John Christian told NBC affiliate K10 after the July 2022 murder. Just imagine hearing the story. Brandon goes, of course, it happens all the time. Heather, whatever goes, so glad I decided not to be a lawyer. D Nice goes, your ex and me, Larry, call 1-800-3. We'll fight for you. So just imagine hearing this story and trying to keep a straight face. Nearly 2 years later, a judge convicted Saunders of murder. Yes, there was a monster in the woods that night, but it wasn't Bigfoot. It was Larry Saunders. Potomac, I know I'm saying that wrong. County District Attorney Eric Johnson said. So this is Larry Saunders. He really believed that he was protecting himself by sacrificing his friend to Bigfoot. Allie goes, too much mental health these days, I swear. Oh. If you've seen my past stream, yes. I can definitely. Back on July 9th, 2022, Saunders and Knighton were noodling, a method of fishing where a person is submerged in water and uses their bare hands to snatch catfish by shoving their arms into the fish's mouth. Oh. Catfish typically live in holes along riverbanks, and the controversial practice is popular in the South. I've seen that. It sounds weird, but I've seen it. I've seen videos. During their expedition, Saunders claimed he saw 3 Sasquatch-looking figures, not one, but he saw 3 by the river, and believed Knighton was going to kill Saunders and send his body down the river as a snack for Bigfoot creatures. The Oklahoman reported. Saunders. Chris Barr goes, well, at least he wasn't having a relationship with a ghost. True, but this is still crazy. This is as crazy as, I think this is crazier than marrying a ghost. He saw 3 Bigfoots, and he thought his buddy was gonna kill him for food for the 3 Bigfoots down the river. Carol Smith goes, noodling is a form of fishing with your hands and arms for catfish. Anne goes, I will never do it. It's like being abducted out of the water. I've seen it. It's kind of strange looking. Saunders waived a jury trial and claimed he acted in self-defense. That's what we all say when we don't want to go to prison. His fate was determined by a judge during last week's trial, where the judge listened to testimony from a forensic psychiatrist who said Saunders suffered from meth-induced psychosis. That's when Saunders wrapped Knighton in a deadly chokehold. Law enforcement found Knighton's body the next day. That is kind of sad to think that you were going fishing with your buddy and find out your buddy unalives you. That kind of sucks. Knighton's son, Arwen, who was dating Saunders' daughter at the time, said during the trial that Larry was talking fast and frantic. I asked him, "Where is my dad?" And he said he's not coming back. Erin Knighton testified. Saunders' daughter, who had a strained relationship with her father at the time, said he confessed to killing Knighton at least 5 times. Saunders was ultimately convicted and faces life in prison without parole. Knighton, who was 52 when he passed, was remembered as an avid outdoorsman who loved to fish, hunt game, ride four-wheelers, and most of all, drink his beer around a big bonfire. Jimmy never met a stranger and would give anyone the shirt off his back. You know, that it always makes me sad when you hear someone who passes away, and it's usually someone that was a super friendly dude, and it makes me sad, especially when they say he would give anyone the shirt off his back. You seem like a cool dude to have in your corner, and to have that happen to him, it kind of sucks. It's sad. I agree with you, Heather. Whatever. In a first-degree murder case in Oklahoma, as in most other states, you have an element of malice aforethought, meaning that you have to have specific intent to cause the death of another, District Attorney Johnson told local news outlet KX2 or 11. We were able to prove that Larry Saunders caused that death, and the issue of malice aforethought was what this case truly hinged upon. He's scheduled to be sentenced on June 18th. So they're saying that Saunders suffered from meth-induced psychosis. So it could possibly be, it's a possibility that he believed what he was saying. Chris Barr goes, too many weirdos out there. Heather, whatever goes, 1 second is premeditated. He might have literally been off his rocker, but I still feel like they, I mean, they gave him the sentence for what he did, so. Bernadette goes, be right back. I need a margarita for these crazy stories. But yes, but I think in this case, I think the guy was really, I think he believed what he was saying. I mean, it might sound crazy to us. I think he really saw. I want to say, I really think, because the fact that it did say he had a psychosis, I do believe that he did see 3 Bigfoots, and he really thought his buddy was going to sacrifice him for food. It's sad, though. It is sad. Allie goes, I'm still wondering what the hell happened with the man who never had any history of violence. Pew down his wife and 3 kids out of nowhere. Ugh. I don't understand that one too. I don't get it. But in this case, I always question the women marrying ghosts, but in this case, I can kind of see the reasoning with it. Like, I really think he saw what he saw, and he thought what he thought, even though to us it sounds crazy. And unfortunately, his buddy had to pay the price, and he seemed like a cool dude. He really did. And he had a family too, so that's all thing sucks. Heather whatever goes, yes, terrible things. And goes, just like the people who have demon face syndrome, whatever that is. Oh, I don't have demon face syndrome. Hold on. I have not heard of that, Anne. Hold on, Anne. Anne opened a rabbit hole. Okay, here's an article because Anne opened up a rabbit hole. I've never heard of demon face syndrome. Um, I'm not sure if this. Oh yeah, I think this kind of has to go with it. All right, I found an article real quick because we're gonna go down a rabbit hole. Heather Whatever goes, why didn't he run away? You don't have to be fast, just faster than Buddy. True. He just had to, I agree with you, Heather Whatever. Even if he saw what he was seeing, but I think he was too far gone to realize what was real and what wasn't. But the fact that he saw, I mean, I get seeing one Bigfoot, but seeing three of them at the end of the river, um, but I think he was Heather Whatever. I think he was just far too gone, and he was too invested in what he was seeing and believing, like what his mind was believing, to even think about running away. But I agree, he could have just walked away. He could have been like, what was ever his name? Jerry? I don't know what his buddy's name was, but he could have said, like, dude, I gotta walk away. I'll be right back. I think I had a few too many. He could have said something like that, but I think his mind was just out of it. Allie Dew goes, it was a Bigfoot sneak attack. Heather Whatever goes, completely caught up in weirdness. All right, to get to what Anne commented on about the demon face syndrome, I had never heard about this. This is kind of interesting, actually. No, we don't want to go to Jiffy Lube. Hold on, guys. It clicked off of it. Give me a second. All right. So it's like staring at demons. Meet a man who lives with a disturbing condition. And this is actually a recent article. For 59-year-old Victor Sarah, the terrifying symptoms began on a winter day in Nashville. I just woke up and was sitting on the couch watching TV when my roommate came into the room, and looking at him, I'm like, what am I seeing? Then his girlfriend walked in and her face was the same. Sarah, I think it's Sarah, told CNN. Each of the once familiar faces had a grotesque grimace, elongated eyes, and deeply etched scars. When turned to the side, pointy ears suddenly appeared, he said, much like those of Spock, the Vulcan first officer of the USS Enterprise in Star Trek. I tried to explain it to my roommate what I was seeing, and he thought I was nuts. Then I went outside, and all the faces of people I saw were distorted and still are, Sarah said. It's like staring at demons, he added. Imagine waking up one morning and suddenly everybody in the world looks like a creature in a horror movie. Well, for me, if I take my glasses off, um, and I'm walking through a crowd, for me, it's like people don't have faces because I can't see their faces. So I could, so it's like walking in a horror film when I take my glasses off. I don't see anybody's faces. Like everybody has like a blur face. So I could kind of get that's kind of frightening. Sarah has a rare condition called prosopomena morphosia. Prosophometamor morphosia, or PMO. I'd rather say PMO, in which parts of the faces of other people appear distorted in shape, texture, position, or color. Objects and other parts of the person's body, however, typically remain undisturbed. I helped create a computer generated 2D picture of what I see in faces, but there's so much more to it, said Sarah, speaking about research on his case that was published in the clinical pictures section of the Lancet Thursday. What people don't understand from a picture is that the distorted face is moving, contorting, talking to you, making facial gestures, he added. It does kind of distance me from other people a bit. I try not to let it because I know what it is. It's PMO, yet I still feel like I'm not getting as close to people as I used to. So here's an example, like we see this woman as normal, but he sees their faces distorted like demon-like or, yeah, demon-like or ogre-like. All types of distortion. Prosopormetamorphosia is different from face blindness, the condition shared by actor Brad Pitt, former Colorado Governor John Hickenlooper. That's a great last name. Renowned neurologist Dr. Olive Sacks, Sweden Crown Princess Victoria, and perhaps as many as 1 in 50 people. In face blindness, faces are not distorted. Instead, the brain simply has trouble recognizing faces, even familiar faces, making nearly everyone a stranger. With PMO, however, a person will often have little trouble recognizing a loved one or familiar face, yet that face will be distorted, often in a predictable way. For me, the basic distortions are the same for each person, with the lines in the face, the stretching of the eyes and the mouth, and the pointy ears, Sarah said. But the size and shape of a person's face or head and how they move can be different and change just how distorted they might be. Some people with PMO see their own faces as distorted or even damaged. Two patients, while standing in front of the mirror, saw one eye popping out of its socket and slithering down the cheek, according to an April 2023 review of literature. If I had this, I'd be going crazy. Whoa, I couldn't imagine seeing distorted faces. For others with the condition like Victor, the entire face of another person appears misshapen, much like a funhouse mirror. According to a description in another published case study, others see only half the face as crooked or malformed. After a tumor was removed from the left side of his brain, one patient described the right side of his doctor's face, in which the eye became a ghastly staring hole, cheekbone, a cavity. He had teeth on the upper lip, often had 2 ears. Others with PMO have eloquently described faces as like clocks in a Dali painting or kaleidoscopically changing. Whoa. Still, others have seen faces morphed into dragons or fish heads, or ears pop out of the top of people's heads. Some patients report seeing shortened arms attached to faces, people's eyes leaving the skull and rotating in front of it, or third eyes in the middle of people's foreheads. The woman who saw dragons began seeing them as a child, so there are development cases of PMO in which people grow up with the condition and don't know that faces are supposed to look different. Whoa, said Brad Duchesne, a professor of psychological and brain scientist at Dartmouth College in Hanover, New Hampshire. Only 81 cases of PMO exist in published literature, according to a June 2021 review. But there are likely many more people living with the condition, said Duchesne, the senior author of the Lancet case study. We started a website so people can learn about PMO, and we've heard from at least 80 people so far, he said. And we were finding that people from around the world are reporting the same symptoms without knowing anything about others with the condition. I think if you had this condition, it would be so hard to go to a doctor, um, and because they would think you would crazy, especially if it was a doctor that wasn't familiar with this. With so little knowledge available, many people with PMO can be diagnosed with schizophrenia or other similar hallucinatory conditions and put in antipsychotic medications or even institutionalized, said Antonio Victor Rez Gonzalez Melo, a doctoral student in psychological and brain sciences at Dartmouth, who's first author on the case study. That is crazy to be misdiagnosed and they put you on these antipsychotic medications. These, I've never taken any of these, but I can imagine these are strong and they can mess with you. However, and especially if it's something that you don't have and you're taking that medication for it. However, science now knows that people can develop PMO after a brain injury, tumor, or infection, or after seizures such as in epilepsy, he said. A piece of good evidence is that in more than 50% of cases with half-face distortions, for example, the patient has a lesion to a particular part of the brain, Mello said. In those cases, we're confident they're not making it up. So when other people come along and report very similar experiences, it seems unlikely that they are not being truthful. Evil, twisted, and demented. Diagnosed with bipolar disorder as a teen, Sarah struggled with mental illness that intensified into traumatic stress disorder, PTSD, after a stint in the U.S. Marine Corps. I was in Beirut on October 23rd, 1983. Oh my God, I cannot read today. I apologize, guys. When they bombed our barracks. And anytime something goes wrong in my life, my biggest battle is with psychosis. It's the first place my brain turns, he says. As part of his coping, Sarah has been a longtime member of a Facebook support group. Increasingly fearful of what was happening to him after the distortions began, he posted his symptoms online. I feel like I'm shutting down, like I'm dying inside. Every face I see that's not on a screen looks evil, twisted, and demented. I mean, literally looks like something from a John Carpenter movie, he wrote in January 2020. Oh my gosh, I can feel for him. I'm growing cold, hateful, and caring. I don't know how to stop it. Maybe it's too late. That would make you like kind of isolate yourself because you don't know what to do. And I don't and then if they're misdiagnosing him, it's not going to, give him relief. In Casper, Wyoming, Catherine Morris was waiting for a meeting to start and just happened to check Facebook, where she was a volunteer for the same support group. Having worked in schools with the visually impaired for over 30 years, she was familiar with how people sometimes saw visual distortions based on how their brains perceived different colors and intensities of light. I saw him post pop up and I thought, what do I do? I can reach out and maybe I can help him, but I don't want to give him false hope, Morris said. I told him that he had to promise me one thing. While we were working together, he couldn't hurt himself. Morris knew from her training that such distortions could be triggered by specific areas of the brain called the fusiform gyrus, which is responsible for face perception, object recognition, and reading. Light distorts, so the solution, she thought, might be finding a particular color or intensity of light that might reduce his symptoms. Ooh. I bought one of the multicolored light bulbs with an app that Catherine was able to control from Wyoming, Sarah said. Then we got on a video call and did a whole bunch of our own tests. Bernadette goes, dang, can you imagine how many people must have had that back in the day when they were putting a lot of people in the asylum? Sad. Definitely. Carol goes, so sad these people have this. And I take care of people like this. Oh. Heather, whatever goes, the doctor would look scary. Yes, everyone looks scary, unfortunately, with this condition. It's sad. Afraid for his mental health, Morris had asked Sarah for his phone number and address before the test because if he became too upset, I was calling 911. Then she had him look into a mirror while she manipulated the colors of light. When I got to the wrong color of light, the red light that intensifies the distortion, I watched it happen. He started to have a full on panic attack. He withdrew from the screen and the expression on the face was quite horrified, Morris said. I told him to shut his eyes and remember that this wasn't real. His brain was tricking him, she said. Then I moved the light to green and asked him to open his eyes. He did, and the distortions was gone. And he just sat there and bawled like a baby. Buoyed by their success, Morris ordered a pair of glasses tinted with the proper shade of green. Knowing that Sarah was soon due to see his estranged daughter and meet his grandchildren for the first time, she sent them rush delivery. And they arrived the morning he met his granddaughter, she said. He got to meet them for the first time and they looked normal. Wow, that's amazing. Oh, that gave me chills. Treatment and education is the goal. Today, Sarah is working closely with Duchesne and Mello at the Dartmouth lab, helping test various interventions to ease or reverse the symptoms of PMO. The research has duplicated the benefits of green lenses in countering Sarah's symptoms and found that manipulating colors and lenses helped others with PMO as well. Although the colors that worked might differ, Another promising treatment showing people with PMO completely symmetrical faces, which appear to reduce distortion. If that stands up to more testing, perhaps glasses could be made to help people see faces more symmetrical, Mello said. But one of the biggest breakthroughs came when the team realized that Sarad did not see distortions on 2D images. Most of the participants with PMO will see distortions to faces in real life and faces on images, which has kept us from being able to capture exactly what they see, Morrow said. With Victor, we were able to have him describe a real person's face while also looking at an image of them that we manipulated until it reflected the distortions he saw. The research is wonderful work, and the first time that an accurate illustration of PMO has been captured since psychiatrist Dr. Jan Dirk Bloom, whom heads the outpatient clinic of uncommon psychiatric syndromes at Parnesia Psychiatric Institute in the Hague, Netherlands. For Sarah, the research is a way that he might help save another person from being misdiagnosed by doctors unaware of the rare syndrome. I almost had myself committed to a mental hospital, and one of the people who reached out to Dartmouth was institutionalized for psychosis. How many other people are institutionalized and being put on antipsychotics when they're not psychotic? Exactly. Thank you, Anne, for giving mentioning this in the chat. Whoa. Nikki Bella, what's up? Allie Dew goes, I remember one inmate that we had to deal with. I currently work at a women's facility. We had one that went postal out of nowhere, but it's also the amount of drugs that these women had taken in their youth. Mostly it was meth. Oh, wow. Carol goes, that's cool that they found a way to temporarily fix it so he could see normal again. I mean, he would have to wear the glasses for the rest of life, but it's no different than me wearing glasses all the time. But it it's a breakthrough, and it will help so many people that were misdiagnosed. So it's so awesome that they kind of found a cure in a sense to help him see normal so he doesn't he even said he almost had himself committed. Just imagine how many people might be committed and not know that they have this is what they have. Sometimes unfortunately you have to do when it comes to things like that, sometimes you have to do your own research to find answers, and it luckily he did, and he got his answers. Logical Spock, what is up? How's it going? Matthew, what's up? I don't know if I said hey. Joanne is excited because her Maple Leafs won the game. Awesome. I'm not much into sport or hockey. I'm assuming that's hockey. I'm not much into hockey or sports. But it's always cool to see the happiness on people's faces when their team wins. Bernadette, we call him Chicken Pooper in Colorado. He's an idiot. There's a lot of them in office, unfortunately. Logical Spock, I am glad the weather is nice. Is getting nice for a lot of you. All right, guys, have you guys ever heard that the Playboy Mansion was haunted? Or is haunted, I should say? Julissa goes, no, never heard, but not surprised. Joanne goes, no, I've never heard. I just happened to come across it by accident. I don't know how I came across it. It just came when I was Google searching, it popped up and I was like, what? So I started digging. Carol goes, maybe they could do a permanent contact lens someday. Oh, yeah, that would be cool too. So you wouldn't have to wear glasses. Brandon goes, haunted by booze. Like, Logical Spot goes, it was used for child trafficking, so I'm not surprised. I did not know that. I found this article. It's a recent article. It's from Nylon. The ghost of the Playboy Mansion is told by the women who live there. The Girls Next Door stars Holly Madison and Bridget Marquette. I'm going to say Marquette. Explains their creepy paranormal encounters while living in the Playboy Mansion. They also like to say other things that happen to them, but we'll go with this. Logical Spot goes, yeah, tunnels underneath. I did not know. Allie goes, Hugh Hefner haunting it by trying to look for his Viagra. It's almost too early to call the Playboy Mansion creepy. The 29-bedroom Gothic two-door mansion, built in 1927 on 5.3 acres in the affluent Holmby Hills neighborhood of Los Angeles, has been home to the hordes of young women who flocked the grotto to hang out with septuagenarians since Hugh Hefner's purchased the home in 1971. With Prohibition-era secret doors, endless tavertine, and a hot tub that in 2011, oh my God, 2011, I cannot read today, caused 123 people to be sickened with bacteria that caused Legionnaire disease. It would almost be stranger if there weren't ghosts lounging around. The mansion is a home that, very intriguingly for so many reasons, Holly Madison, who lived there as Hugh Hefner's girlfriend from 2001 to 2008, tells Nylon. People talk about it being haunted. There are all these weird urban legend like trafficking tunnels. It takes on a life of its own. Madison, Bernadette goes, booze or boobs? Joanne goes, keep the bees out of it. Logical goes, real or fake ones. Chris Barber goes, silicone ghosts. You guys are too much. Madison says that in the early 70s, neighbors called it the haunted house because of how much it conjured a mansion straight out of the Scooby-Doo, situated behind a large gate with overgrown foliage. Since moving out of the mansion, Madison and her former housemate, Bridget, best known as the stars on E's The Girl Next Door from 2005 to 2009, which documented life inside the Playboy Mansion, and I admit I did watch that, have become ghost hunters in their own right. They both appeared on an episode of Ghost Adventures. Yes, they did. Of course, he's going to have his, if you guys have heard, Zach is dating Holly, so he's going to have his muse on one of his episodes. A Discovery Plus show that follows ghost hunters as they explore allegedly haunted locales. On August 5th, Madison's boyfriend, Zach Bagans, is one of the show's hosts, and the episode takes place in her Los Angeles home. And if you guys, I have a gripe to say about that. If you guys have seen that episode where they investigate her house literally looked like, and she had, mind you, she has 2 kids from a previous marriage. Her house looked like her kids did not live there. It looked like it was like a house she has on the side for whoever, or for her and Zach. I'm gonna put it that way. But that's what it looked like to me. If you guys have ever seen that episode, that house didn't look lived in. So I kind of, it makes me think that it kind of was far-fetched to me with that one. Anne goes, everything is haunted by the dead. Madison was a reluctant believer in the paranormal while she lived in the mansion, but can no longer deny she's become somewhat of a ghost magnet. Her paranormal experiences started ramping up when she was pregnant with her now 8-year-old daughter, and for the last 8 years, every house she lived in has been haunted. She says sometimes things scare her, like when she thinks someone may have broken in, but she mostly enjoys it. I don't know if it's something that follows me around, she says. My house in LA is almost 100 years old. There are all kinds of voices and doors opening and disembodied voices. I enjoy it, though. I like the entertainment. Mark, Mark, I know it's not Marquette. It's Marcard. Something like that. Has long felt a connection to the other world. I feel like I was born spooky, she said, explaining that she had her first paranormal experience when she was 12 and saw her deceased great grandfather after playing with a Ouija board. She since made the paranormal her second career. While living in the mansion, she took classes in paranormal investigation and research and ultimately became certified in the paranormal investigation and parapsychology, which she is also currently studying. In 2019, she started her podcast, Ghost Magnet, on which she talks to guests about her paranormal experiences, including Madison, who appeared on an episode to talk about the Playboy Mansion ghost. You definitely felt the nostalgia and the old energy, Mark. Bernadette goes, I used to watch that too, I'll admit. Of living in the mansion. I had little things happen. Sometimes TV channels or the volume would randomly change, and once while her sister and friends were over helping take care of her new puppy. What is her name? So I don't have to say her last name because I know Bridget. Forgot her name because I don't want to say her. I'm butchering her last name. Bridget saw a woman standing in the doorway of her closet looking into her room. She gasped, and when she turned to get a better view, the woman was gone. Bridget's sister was crying. Her friend had her hand over her eyes. She had long, black, stringy hair, very pale, very thin. She was wearing a white t-shirt that was too big on her and black acid washy jeans, said Bridget. She was more modern day, and I feel like I recognized who she was. Before she moved in, she stayed a couple nights at the mansion, and there was a woman named Joni, who was like a house mom, helping out the women staying in the mansion and taking care of the pets. When Bridget moved in, she learned Joni had died of cancer, and she had a hunch that's who the ghost was. There was a new pet in the house, and she was just seeing what was going on. I think it was a loving thing, but it's scary because it's shocking. Madison saw a ghost too. While she was in the basement gym, she saw a woman come out of the bathroom and cross in front of her and out of her line of vision. The woman was contemporary looking, wearing a hot pink sports bra and black workout pants. Well, shit, ghosts can work out too. Come on, just let them work out. And Madison figured she was a playmate who was doing photo tests. Madison walked around the corner to see where she had walked too and saw another door and figured she'd gone out that way. But when she opened the door, it was just a shallow closet. There wasn't any way the woman could have exited the gym without passing Madison again. She had vanished. I never saw that woman again in my life, she said. Another time, Madison and Bridget were scrapbooking in Bridget's room, and Holly said she felt like she needed more proof before she could say she believed in ghosts and wished she could have a sign. At that moment, the TV turned on by itself and the volume went up to full blast. Even though I'd seen the weird things with the disappearing woman in the gym, sometimes when those things happen, you try to rationalize them away, said Madison. For me, it took a bunch of different experiences before I thought, okay, there's something weird going on here. I said I wish I had more proof it was real, and right away when I said that, her TV turned on by itself and the volume went all the way up. Some of the lore was captured in the Girls Next Door. In season 1, episode 10, Ghost Busted, Bridget hires a paranormal investigator and a medium to come do a seance. The woman talked about weird experiences they had in the mansion, including Bridget's sense of always being watched. The investigator found high levels of paranormal energy in various parts of the house, getting the biggest rating in Bridget's room. But he also found higher levels when he placed the machine near the woman's butt, in a scene that deeply epitomizes 2000 cable TV humor. I was like, what the heck does that have to do with ghost hunting? Come on. Of course, there's also an original Playboy Mansion ghost story. Bridget says the original owners, businessman Arthur Letts Jr. and his wife, lived in the house, and there's rumors that she jumped fell or was pushed from the balcony onto the marble floor and died, and that she haunts the mansion still. When Bridget was researching for one of her paranormal classes, she tried to find proof that somebody had died in the house but wasn't able to, though she says she wants to do more research now that she's more highly skilled. Um, I mean, doing research, you really don't need to be super skilled. Madison said she talked to Hefner about her paranormal experiences, but he's not a believer, and told her the story of Mrs. Letts was made up by a woman he dated in the 80s. Bridget also says the staff who worked in the mansion had ghost stories of their own, and that some housekeeping staff were afraid to go to the game house, a room with pinball and arcade games. Staff told Bridget that sometimes the games would turn on by themselves or doors would randomly slam shut. You didn't feel good about going out there by yourself, said Bridget. There was something very unsettling for sure. Housekeeping would always ask for someone from security or a butler to go out there with them. I didn't talk to the staff on a personal level because I was scared shitless that I was going to get in trouble because Hef would get pissed if we talked to the staff, said Madison. So I was terrified to really talk to anybody more than I absolutely had to because I was scared to. Brian O'Leah, who was the guest services manager at the mansion for 2 decades and also hosted the show Mansion Mayhem on Playboy Radio, said he often heard from housekeeping staff and butlers about paranormal experiences, like hearing footsteps walking behind them in the hallways. Graveyard butlers told him that didn't want to go upstairs at night because they felt a weird presence around them. Once, one of the maids told him that while cleaning the game house, the door the maid had propped open suddenly slammed shut. The jukebox started playing and a couple of keys on the piano dinged. She refused to continue cleaning unless security was there. The fun of the mansion is that it's an old style Tudor mansion that you'd expect in a movie to be haunted, said Olea. And when you have a personal experience, that kind of makes you wonder what's going on here. Ozzy, what's up? Bernadette's asking, do you think haunt or Hef haunts in his red velvet robe? I would honestly, guys, before I finish this article, I would think he is because I felt like that was his home for the majority of his life. So I feel like he has to be there in some form. He has to. Bernadette goes, it was the ghost of old booby bunnies. Ali Do goes, if you get a house from the 20s, oh yeah. I'm not surprised debauchery and effed up chef galore probably happened in that place back in my grandma's age. Oh, awesome, Ozzy. Just got back from 3 hours at the gym. That sounds cool. I always like a good workout to calm the nerves and the mind. He was waiting for a Playboy executive meeting to end in the library so Alea could get to clean up for an event. When the executives left, he went to clean the library, but the door was locked. Security tried a key, but it didn't work. Alea went to talk to a security guard to confirm the exec had left through the front door, and when he came back to the door, it was open 2 inches. Every hair on my body stood up, he tells Nylon. I looked over at the scrutiny guard security guard, and he's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. And I said, you saw this too? We're not making this up. No one's going to believe us. What the hell just happened? Madison recently answered a question on TikTok about the Playboy Mansion being haunted and recounted her ghost story. The video has since been viewed 4.2 million times. Sometimes when people ask me about the mansion, they'll ask me about personal stuff or stuff that isn't pleasant to talk about. But when they ask little details like, was there an Elvis room or was the mansion haunted? I love answering those, she said. I think that people, especially younger people, are so much more into the paranormal now than ever before. And in general, society is waking up to a more spiritual nature on all levels. Some of Madison's paranormal experiences happened when she was sick or didn't want to be around people anymore. She hid out in one of the always empty bathrooms on the second story of Hefner's bedroom as a necessary reprieve from the mansion's constant influx of guests. She described it as being like a time capsule from the early 80s, one that even had products on the counter that had never been touched. I would go hide in that bathroom. It was the one place in the house where nobody would go, and sometimes the toilet would flush by itself. And I always thought that was kind of weird. It always came during these weird introspective moments at the time, she said. I don't know why they were trying to tell me. With the with I mean, with the toilet flushing, it could have been I mean, they're saying it. She kind of described it as an old 80s style bathroom, I guess. It could have been the flapper, a bad flapper in the toilet. That causes your toilet to flush. D Nice sent a message. Allie Do goes, that's true. I couldn't talk about paranormal with older generations of family, especially since they're military. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Anne, for also sending me a PayPal because you were awesome. Hearts for Anne. And thank you, Heather, whatever, for your PayPal as well. So hearts for Anne and Heather, whatever. Thank you, ladies. And Heather, whatever, said just because. Thank you, ladies. You are awesome. All right, D Nice. I was going to, but I was going to ask you. I'm not sure. I have it on cue here, but I'm not sure if I can pull it up to the way I have it, but we'll see. D Nice goes, yep, bad flappers. But I what Bernadette was saying about Hef, Hef has to be there in spirit. So he has to. There's no doubt about it. That um that he's not there. Like I'd be surprised if he wasn't there haunting the halls in his red robe. Let me see. Let me see. Oh, maybe I can. Hold on. Is it this? Hold on, guys. Oh, there it is. Oh, no, no, no. I don't want to play it just yet. No sound. All right. I was able to pull it up. So, D Nice, she beat me to the Tesla Ghost Challenge. And she sent me this video that her dad had caught. Um, this one, I think this one's the one when he was in the parking lot. I couldn't get the other one in your garage, unfortunately, D Nice, because it wouldn't download to my computer for some odd reason. But I think this one is the one, if I'm not mistaken, where he's in the parking lot. If you guys are familiar with Teslas have a screen on them, or they have like a big screen that shows you the road, and it'll show you cars driving by. And it'll also show like people walking their it also shows people walking down the street like with their dogs, believe it or not. So there's been videos out there where there's people going to cemeteries, where people have been going to cemeteries and they're taking their Tesla and they're seeing people walking about, um walking, and they're not there. So that was one of the things I wanted to debunk, but D Nice's dad beat me to it, which nothing wrong with that. Um, so I believe this is the one where he's in. I can't play the sound because he had music going on, and YouTube is gonna demonetize me for the music. But I believe this is the one where he's at the parking lot, and if you're looking at the screen, it shows a person, but it shows a figure standing there, but there's nothing there. So if you see, he looks behind him. And as you could clearly see, he even puts he even gets out of the car and looks. And as you could see, it's showing a figure standing behind his car. And there's nobody there. And he's even looking again to show that there's nobody behind the car. And there's the back, because it also, the screen that we're looking at now is like and then he actually shows the actual rear camera that there's nothing there. There was also one in D Nice's garage, but I can't, for some odd reason, pull that up. So we'll have, when I pull it up, I'll show it on the next one. Logical Spock is asking, can a Tesla sense ghosts? That's what they're saying. They're saying it's like an like a SLS type of camera that could do it. I'm not sure because I got to see it, but by seeing D Nice actually catching it, I kind of see some plausibility to it, or her dad catching it, I should say. Ellie Do goes new tech, love it. Nerd reports in the house.
Dude, that was crazy with the ghost and the Tesla. Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was nuts.
It is. That's crazy. I wish I wish I could have played what he was saying, but there was music in the background.
Oh, we're gonna get it. We're gonna do that too. We're gonna check that out. That's dope.
That's pretty cool.
Wow, what a great show, Lisa, and everybody supporting. Thank you so much. You guys watching are doing great work supporting Grayson Report. Hi, everybody. Tammy, Tyrana. I see you guys there saying hi to me and stuff. Jalissa is in the house. Brandon, Chris, of course, D Nice. The spooky stories here, Lisa. I was trying to listen to you, but I got scared shitless. What's so funny?
with the Playboy Mansion stories.
What's up, Carol? Lisa Boo? Dusty? I was actually in Hollywood at the Scientology protest.
Oh,
what's
cool.
up, Logical? Yeah, so I was doing that earlier, and I couldn't wait to check out your channel. It's pretty crazy. A few people. What's up, Gene? A few people were actually like, "Oh, I know Grayson Report" and stuff like that. So that's great.
Oh, that's
What's up, Allie? Yeah, so they love the ghost stuff. But keep it up. Keep it up. Lisa, what is it? Matthew Hi Buis? He's always creative with the names.
Yes.
He's always creative with the names. Yeah, guys, do me a favor, guys. Share this video on your social media. Get some more eyes on it and stuff, so we can get some more people here and everything. So, did you get any new subs today? Let's see. Let's see where we're at.
I haven't checked. Yes.
Oh, how many?
One.
One new sub. That's weird. All right, guys, if you're new to this channel, press that one. Also, let us know what country, city, or state you are watching. One new member, that's bullshit. You're almost at 2K, right?
Yeah, I'm almost there. Like, I'm literally, what is it? I'm 10 away.
10 away from 2K, man.
Hey.
That's crazy. That's crazy. So, but you guys got to help by sharing the video, telling a friend, and participating
and then also,
and stuff.
Also, triple check that you're subbed because YouTube likes to unsub people as well.
Correct. Are you doing good with the views right now or not? With the vertical?
That's about the same.
About the same. All right. So that's weird. Okay. All right, folks. I'll be back. Without further ado, Lisa's in the house. Hey, keep sending those super chats. Who's the next? Send her $1 right now. I dare you to send Lisa $1 super chat. Go. Or you could do a super sticker. Let's go. Bye-bye. Bye, Lisa.
Bye. Bernadette's asking, is it cool, Lisa? Can I put the update with my cat with the EMF reader in Telegram with my cat? Yes, go for it, Bernadette. You can. D Nice is now sieging her house. I wish I could have shown you that video. It's kind of the same thing, but her dad is parked in the garage and it shows a figure standing in front of the car. My first thought that something might have been on the other side of the wall, but D Nice has said that all the family was in another room watching a movie or something like that. So D Nice is now saging her house after that. Tyranna, thank you for the super sticker with the fitness pair. Hearts for Tyranna, guys. Thank you, Tyranna. I appreciate that. D Nice goes, I'll post it on Telegram. Go for it. For some odd reason, D Nice, I couldn't pull that one up. So I was like, well, at least I got one that I could pull up. Hearts for Tyranna, guys. Chris Barber, thank you for the super chat. You need to scare Lewis. Hearts for Chris as well. Thank you, Chris. I appreciate it. Thank you. And Jen, what's up? I didn't get to say what's up. I saw you pop in. And Dusty, what's up? But Lewis and I are definitely gonna try the Tesla thing and see if it happens to us. But now that I've got some concrete evidence, I am beginning to believe it. All right, you know how in a past stream, Jennifer Marie had mentioned a woman had married a rag doll? And I went into a rabbit hole for the rag doll. Well, I found another woman. There's quite a few. There's quite a few people out there. There's men marrying sex dolls as well. But which I've heard before. But this woman, to add on to the crazy people that we have in this world, this woman claims she has married a 6-foot tall Halloween doll, claiming she is now in a polyamorous romance with the toy and her zombie doll wife. And trio is expecting their 11th child. This is on the Daily Mail. I believe it's a UK like tabloid site, so we kind of take it with a grain of salt. But the fact that someone's publishing this, Chris goes, that doesn't seem weird at all. A woman, I still don't understand why women would do this. The only thing I've concluded about this is that they want attention. That is the only thing I can think of. They want attention. It's bad attention, mind you, but it's attention nonetheless. That's the only thing I can think of. Or they went through some terrible breakup yonder or something that changed their chemicals in their brain or so. I don't know. Don't quote me, but I do not get it. Bernadette goes, let me guess, they like watching horror movies together. So a woman has revealed, and then also too the weird anonymity All right. Pop up. Okay, I think I'm back. My entire laptop froze. And now I've got something else. Give me a second, guys. While it loads. All right, let me take that. Give me 1 second. I apologize, those darn studio ghosts. Now I lost my link, so give me a second. And everything else. Because I completely lost everything I had set up. It closed everything. It's weird too because I didn't have my computer on. Like I literally turned it on right before. That's annoying. Darn studio ghosts. Give me a second, guys, where I resituate myself. The studio ghosts really did not want me to talk about the woman married to a Halloween prop. Or dating as I don't know what she was. All right, I got the chat going. All right, give me a second. Let me get my darn link back. Thank you, Julissa, for your super chat. Your studio ghost is messing with your stream, Lisa. They're trying to make your stream spookier. Hearts for Julissa. I hope they're trying to make it spookier. Thank you, Julissa. I appreciate that. Give me a second while I pull up my links again. Because it literally... I think it was this one. Is it this? I think it was this one. Please tell me it's this. Yes. All right. Luckily, I put all my links on like an online thing. Okay. All right. We've got it. It's back. It's back. Apologize for that, guys. All right. I don't know where I left off. I'll start from the beginning, guys. A woman has revealed that she married a 6-foot male doll and claims she is now in a polyamorous relationship with the toy and the zombie female doll she tied the knot with 6 years ago. And yes, it says zombie female doll. I wonder if there's a picture. Felicity Cadleck from Massachusetts wed an inanimate beau, Robert, in a private ceremony at her home after being in a relationship together for 8 years. The 25-year-old previously tied the knot with a zombie doll named Kelly Rossi, who she claims is 16 years her senior in 2018. But Felicity fell head over heels for Robert, allegedly 26, soon after the wedding ceremony, and now the trio are in a polyamorous relationship. So this is Robert, who's allegedly 26, and this is Felicity. Jennifer Marie, what's up? D Nice goes, Lisa, I'm sorry. It's not my fault. You could blame Forest Lawn Hollywood. I drive by, D Nice, I drive by the Forest Lawn too, off the 10 a lot. So maybe one of them followed me, but I tell them not to follow me. So this is the woman, this is the zombie doll that she fell in love, who's 16 years her senior. Bernadette's Beetlejuice hotter he is. The 25-year-old had previously tied the knot with a zombie doll named Kelly Rossi, who she claims is 16 years her senior in 2018. So this is their family. Together, the trio are raising a large family and have 10 children together, including zombie dolls Rachel, Luna, Billy, Holly, Victor, Marty, Finny, Grimly, Robbie, and Molly. Some of those dolls actually look kind of cool. Felicity has revealed that she first met the dolls on a Halloween prop website called Creepy Collection. Allie, whoa, thank you for your super chat or super sticker. Wish I can make more live streams, but I'm more at work than I'm at home these days. You guys are awesome sauce. Love it. Hearts for Allie do, guys. Thank you. That is awesome. Jen is asking what maternity clothes did she wear? I have no clue. This woman is crazy. Where she purchased them for a total of $1,000. She identifies as objectum sexual, meaning that she has a sexual and romantic attraction to particular inanimate objects. They are dolls I met online and felt a spiritual connection with them, and then I sent away for them because I felt the love she shared. It is a polyamorous relationship. Sometimes when it's time for bed, I may only cuddle with Robert or Kelly. Sometimes it's with both. Together, they are raising a large family and have 10 children together, including zombie dolls Rachel, Luna, Billy, Holly, Victor, Marty, Finny, Grimly, Robbie, and Molly. In a surprising turn of events, the trio are also expecting another zombie doll child called Peter. Felicity revealed that she proposed to Robert as she explained, I placed a ring on his finger and he looked at me and asked, "Are you asking me to marry you?" I said, "Yes." The lovebirds said their vows on Valentine's Day, where her granddad unofficially led the ceremony. Felicity strayed from tradition and wore a long red dress and a sparkly red bow in her hair. Kelly, along with the thruple's many children, watched the service. Felicity read out her vows to the alien doll before her grandfather asked Robert to say I do. His new wife answered for him, stating he says yes, before the pair shared a kiss. Felicity insisted that wife Kelly is not jealous of the newlyweds, adding, Kelly feels fine about me being with Robert because Robert and Kelly are good best friends. She concluded, in the future, I'd like to take them out more without fear of judgment. Objectum sexuality is not a bad thing and not a disorder. It's a spiritual connection and not a delusion. I also like to put out there that I am in therapy and my therapist sees nothing wrong with me loving my doll family. I think it's time for her to fire her therapist. Jennifer Murray goes, where's her hospital gown pics from the birth? She didn't show that. She did not show that. Not like the other woman, Jennifer Murray. Bernadette goes, well, in the series Boston Legal, there was a woman who had a human boyfriend and left him for his stapler, then cheated on the stapler with an iPhone. So yeah. Joanne goes, unofficially. Jennifer Murray goes, I'm pretty sure it's a delusion. D-Nice goes, switch now. Chris goes, are you sure it's not an illusion? It's crazy. I find that crazy that people, I mean, obviously it's a disorder in her case, but the fact that she's saying her therapist is okay with it, it's like, what? and this woman, I don't feel like it's as bad as the last one I had talked about, the woman in Brazil. She actually had pictures of her in the hospital giving birth to her dolls. So Julissa goes, I couldn't be their therapist. I'm too opinionated. I would tell it as it is. I couldn't be their therapist either. I'd be like, what the heck? Bernadette makes a point. At least you can see these in person, not like marrying a ghost. True. True. I give him this one. I give him that one. D Nice goes, I'm sorry for not being as vocal. I'm having trouble picking my job up from the floor. That Allie goes, when I was a kid, I saw some crazy shit. Sometimes I wonder if I just made it all up, but in my mind, it was real and I had nightmares. Oh, wow. I have, it's not really spooky, but it's kind of funny. And these always make me laugh. I don't know why, they just do. I don't know, maybe some of you came across it. It's on TikTok. Um, but these always make me laugh. I have to watch them twice sometimes because I'm like crying laughing. So I wanted to share it with you guys. It kind of has a horror theme to it. Jennifer Marie goes, not sure which doll was uglier, the Pablo Escobar look alike from the other stream or the zombie one. At least this one didn't use Sharpies as eyebrows. Carol goes, I went to let the dogs out and one of the mom's angels kept falling over. Weird. Oh, wow. Been there for years and wow. That's crazy. So, it's prank. You guys have probably came across it on. It's like they scare people like with pranks, and these have always made me laugh. Sorry, these make me laugh. Not here.
Oh my god! Babe? Bree! Oh my god. Bree! This is not funny. Hell no! No, 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 no! Not fuck!
Those make me funny. I don't know. Them screaming always makes me laugh. Not a jump scare, Jennifer Marie. It's a jump scare for the people in the video. Oh, Carol missed the picture of the. Give me a second, Carol. Of the woman. I'll show her one more time. Of the woman marrying the zombie doll. Here you go, Carol. Brandon goes, I just walked back into my room and I tripped out from his screaming. So as a recap, this is the woman that married like a Halloween prop doll. And then she also was married to a zombie girl doll. Bernadette goes, why do I like that song so much by Tiny Tim? D Nice goes, I feel sorry for Tiny Tim. Insidious really ruined his song. Allie Do, my step grandmother had a creepy porcelain doll room, and when visiting, she would make me sleep there while my brother slept in the room with my boy cousins. The dolls would move on their own. No way. Allie Do would go, creepy. No way. That sounds creepy. I like dolls, though. All right, guys, I'm going to open it up for questions. So if you guys have any questions. Carol goes, at least better than the other one. I agree with you on that one, Carol. I like creepy dolls, though, Allie Do. So I don't know if I probably would like that room. But I could see it'd be creepy, though. It'd creep me out in some ways, too. Bernadette goes, I'm going to scare you like that to Brandon. You got Bernadette. You got to do the possession one. Where the woman, where she's sitting on. I like how they raise themselves, so they put they lay on something, and they put like a long blanket, and then they act like they're being raised and possessed. It's hilarious. Joanne goes, Tiny Tim reached quite a vocal range up there. Allie goes, I totally didn't like that room, Lisa. D-Nice goes, when do you think you and Lewis will do the Tesla thing plus Gravity Hill? I don't know yet. I gotta talk with Lewis soon. Gravity, he's gonna have to go with me to because I mean, I guess I could go to Gravity Hill by myself. I guess I could. I set the camera down, pointing. I could do it myself. If you guys aren't familiar with Gravity Hill, allegedly, kids died in a crash. I think. What was the story? It's in Altadena, California. Allegedly, this site says a girl took her parents' car out for a joyride with some friends. They spun out of control on the hill, and now their spirits try to help others who might be in the same predicament. Or sometimes, yeah, the story. This is the one I know. Or sometimes it's a busload of school children. Their little handprints are sometimes said to be seen on windows, trunk lids, and on bumpers when powder is spread on them afterwards. So it's allegedly if you put your car, you stop on Gravity Hill, you put your car on neutral, the ghost children will push your car out of the way. Allie goes, I've seen you drive. I think that's pretty scary too. I don't drive that bad. Joanne goes, I think we have a Gravity Hill in Canada. But I need to get with Lewis on that one because he'll probably have to help me with the Gravity Hill one as well. But I think I could do that one on my own. And also the Cabo State. I haven't decided yet, but it's going to be soon. Cabo State's going to be soon. I just haven't decided which day. Matthew goes, Spook Hill in Florida. And then I know I've been talking about this. I need to make my way back to the S Bridge as well in Pasadena. I did do a hike. I want to finish the hike. I didn't get to finish the hike the last time I was there, but I also want to walk on top of the bridge. I didn't get a chance to walk on top of the bridge. Allie goes, I was on the computer wanting to grab the oh shit handle unconsciously. I don't drive that bad. The people in front of me were driving faster. I used to be worse, Allie. That's not as bad now because I can't see as well. I don't know if I should say that to anybody getting in my car, but That's I know a lot of you wanted that video done at night, but honestly, my eyesight just hasn't the last 2 years. Yeah, my eyesight at night has been horrendous. And then it doesn't help that my headlamps on my car aren't that great. So that is the reason why I didn't chose to do it at night on my previous video. If you guys missed it, I did drive down Brea Canyon Road. But I did it during the day. D Dice goes, all right, I need to be in a car with Lisa. Joanne goes, you and Lewis could come to Ontario and walk the Bruce Trail. Joanne, I've been to Ontario once. It was a while ago. Carol goes, do the Tesla test in that canyon. Oh, okay. Oh, you know what? That's a good idea. I should. And that one I could do at night. The Tesla has good headlamps. Yes, Jennifer Murray, Side Donuts was there, but when I went, it looked like it was closed. I didn't get out of the car. But I went in the afternoon. I went like at 3. Most donut shops do close, or it was after 3 by the time I got there. So most donut shops were closed at that time. But it still had the signing up, but the sign wasn't lit up that said open. And I put it in the video for you, Jennifer Marie. So it's there. For anyone that's wondering why I kind of pointed it out in the video for who saw it. D Nice has posted both the videos of her dad finding a ghost with their Tesla on Telegram if you guys missed it. Brandon wants to do a Tesla test in Spawn Ranch where Charles Manson was. Oh, wow. Ellie do goes D Nice. No, you don't. Her and Lewis were driving through damn Guys, keep the questions coming. D Nice is being brave now that I know there's a ghost in my garage. Jennifer Marie goes, I used to live a block away from where you went. Brings back so many positive memories. This place I'm at now sucks. Oh, that sucks, Jennifer Marie. Hopefully one day you can find a place or come back. Ellie Dude goes, I was on the computer fearing for my life even though I wasn't in the car at the time. Jennifer Marie goes, which reminds me, my haunted Brea stories literally took a place a block away from. Whoa, no way. That's crazy. So Allie Doo is definitely scared of my driving. Keep the questions coming, guys. Or folks, as Lewis says. Jennifer Murray goes, I'll send you a map picture on Telegram to show you how close you were to my haunted apartment when you drove by there. Oh, no way. D Nice goes, does Lewis have ghost stories? I think he came on here and he told a few. Joanne goes, like the background music. Thank you, Joanne. Lewis said he had one where he's talking on he finished a gig when he was DJing and it was during the times of pagers, and I guess his friend had paged him, and he was talking to his friend on the payphone, and the phone across the street starts ringing. A homeless guy walks over, answers it, and goes, "Yo, is there a Lewis there? Is there a Lewis there? Are you Lewis?" or something. I don't know the exact story. And he goes, "No." He told him no. So that's one of the ones he said it before on here. That one's creepy. If 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 that happened to me, I would have done the same thing. I'd be like, "Nope, that's not me." Allie goes, "You might have to blindfold me." And I know he told another one too, but I don't remember what the other one was. I think one oh no, he had a few. Something to do with a pellet pew pew. I think I remember was one of the stories. My stories are mostly just dreams because I had vivid dreams. Jennifer Murray goes, "Just a few nights ago, my 14-year-old son said he heard something whisper his name right by ear, but he was alone, so it begun for him too." Oh, no way. Jennifer Murray, is that the only is he the only one of your kids that have said they've had an experience? They get it from their mom, Jennifer Murray. That would freak me out if I heard that. Like, I've never had an experience like that, or like doors opening. I've seen like shadows on the, like the corner of your eye type of thing, and then you look and there's nothing there. Jennifer Marie goes, "No, him and my second oldest have both had experiences, but my son hasn't had an experience in like 10 years until now." Oh, wow. No way. Joanne says the YouTube channel Bag of Day Crochet was swatted during their live stream. No way. Thank you, Allie Doo, for dropping by. I appreciate it. Glad you were able to make it. That's crazy. They do that. They do. Believe it or not, they've done that to YouTubers. And it's scary. That sucks. Joanne goes, she was celebrating 1,000,000. Raw. Jennifer Murray goes, my second oldest child used to see an old man at her kindergarten. She would call Robert Noodle or just Noodle. I thought it was imaginary. Oh, wow. Jennifer Marie continued, but she said maybe, but I swear, Mom, it's like he's really there. Wow. They have your, I don't know if you consider that a gift, but they have your gift or curse. I know some people don't like it, but you have a gift, Jennifer Marie, and now your second oldest and your son has the gift as well. If they consider it a gift, I don't know. Some people don't. Jennifer Marie goes, we definitely call it a gift. My second oldest helped me rid the ghost children a few months back. I consider it a gift, but I know some people don't. That's why I kind of, because some people don't want it. But I do consider it a gift. D-Nice, they were ghost children. Maybe the ghost child returned to pester my oldest. Keep the questions coming, guys. Joanne goes, you have to learn to live with your gift. True. Very true. Oh no, my studio ghost went to your house, D-Nice. Like literally my entire screen, both screens froze. That was crazy. That was super crazy. It hasn't done that in a long time. Chris, I don't know. Did you say that Pooh movie was coming to Shudder? No. There are 2 movies that I saw on Shudder. I don't know when the Pooh movie's coming out actually. I haven't seen anything of when it's coming out. I'll Google search and I'll see. But no, the last time I think it was on what the hell was it on? Was it on Shudder? I don't know if it was. I don't know if the first one was. I don't remember. But I don't know when that Pooh movie's coming out actually, but I'm keeping an eye out on it because I do want to see it. Believe it or not. Because I want to critique it. But if you guys have Shudder, I saw Baghead on there. It wasn't too bad. I actually enjoyed that one. That was kind of different. And then I also did see Late Night with the Devil, which is like a little. It's of a, what is it, like a night talk show, like a Johnny Carson type show, but he's trying to get ratings, so he brings in the spooky. And I think I said the last movie I watched was on Shudder. It was The Changeling. D Nice goes, all I know is I am happy not to have my mom's gift. She has premonitions of when people pass away 2 days in advance. She doesn't know who. She just has a feeling and it is always shocked when confirmed. Wow. That I don't think. Jennifer Marie goes, I had the same thing before my grandfather's passing and was shocked when he did in fact go because you never really want to believe it to be true. Chris, yeah, check out the late night movie. It's different. If you guys are looking for like a different type of horror, it takes place in the 70s, so it's a little different, and it's got that David Dashmalchian if in it, and he does a good job in it as the talk show host. Thank you, Joanne. I appreciate it. So I do recommend it. It's kind of tiny bit slow for me it was, but I still enjoyed it. All right, guys, any last minute questions before I end this stream? You guys were all awesome. Thank you, D Nice, for the super cool Tesla ghost videos. Chris Barber goes, I lived through the 70s, so I get it. And it was filmed nicely. It's filmed cool. It's a different type of movie. So if you guys are looking, and it's still kind of like the horror genre to it. Thank you, Lisa Boo. Any last minute questions, guys? Wait a minute or so here. That way you don't see me going like. D Nice goes, Chris goes, had fun tonight. D Nice goes, I really cannot wait for you and Luz to go on the adventures. Dusty goes, the duck was easy tonight. Jennifer Marie goes, I sent the map in the Telegram group. I will check it. Oh, guys, yes. If you didn't know, Skeleduck, which I'm pretty sure you found him because I put him in a pretty easy spot. He's right there next to Skelegoose. Before I leave, I forgot to mention him in the beginning too. But he's right there where my finger is. All right, guys, I'm going to end the stream here. Thank you for joining me. I will see you guys on the next one, which will be Saturday at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Be there or be squared and stay spooky, guys, and sweet nightmares. Good night, guys. You guys are awesome.